So I got a thing, and I know we were about to wrap, but I've got something I want to talk about. So Patrick just said, on this podcast, we're all like the real version of us, right? Like we're not holding anything back. Is this the real you? Because I feel like this isn't the real me. Like the real me is a bit more censored than I am on Painkiller already. I don't go walking around talking about having sex with chickens or sex devices.
I'm gonna be honest.
Fitbits, whatever.
You said the other day you sort of inquired if I thought maybe you were autistic, and I will say sometimes you will curse. You will curse very loudly in public, and I'm not talking about ass or shit or damn. I'm talking you'll be dropping motherfucker in like a movie line or something, and there are clearly children that parents are like hugging them in that way that you cover their ears with one part of your arm and their other ear with your body. Like, it's one of my favorite qualities because I know that you don't know you don't give a fuck, and I like to look around and see who else noticed. Did that guy just say fuck? Yeah, he's yelling fuck, actually.
What did I say at the paintball thing? The guy had his nephew with him.
We fuck pussy bitches.
No. You're stretching it.
All right, so those words were all included. There was a
I don't know about that.
There was something about fucking pussy, and it wasn't
it was not. It was not.
You might...
pussy, yeah, but it wasn't about the act of it. It was about my frustration with the sissy. That's what pussy was.
The winners around here. We fuck that pussy.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I might have described someone as a fucking pussy, but it wasn't that I said we do. I don't think it was. God, I wish it was recorded.
Is that all those words were included loudly in front of children.
A child.
We're saying some of these guys are always asking you. They're being like, should I ask her? Should I kiss her? Should I ask her out? Should I say this to her? And you're like, yes, do it. We're winners here. We respect winners. And then it was something like we fuck that pussy. We get that pussy. And it was just like this small child. I'd play this little kid all day for 2 days. He's like 11.
This is when I first met him,
and he's just his eyes just like I saw a little bit of his soul melt away. Yeah, they deadened a little bit, the sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up. He grew up a little bit that day. I think what Kyle's saying has elements of truth to it. That the real me is a little bit more conservative. Like, I don't know, we talk about wacky stuff on this show.
Yeah, I think this show gives a time and a place for that kind of stuff. Like, you're not going to go up to Jackie and ask her if she thinks you could kill a shark by jumping on top of it, but you would talk about things that you guys more relatable. Whereas on this show, that's where you get to express those opinions. Yeah. But only because they were brought up. Like, it's not something that you were thinking of anyway. You're like, some things is like, oh, this would be good for PKA, and then you wait for it to come around to ask it.
But you have to take it to an extreme more. Like, if a friend walked up to me and was like, hey, I got this new app, Beam. Like, it's pretty neat. You do this. Like, I would be like, oh, yeah, I don't think I'm going to download it, but yeah, that looks neat. I wouldn't be like, oh, you fucking narcissist, you idiot. It's wrong for these reasons.
Yeah.
You're fucking stupid. You have to hold it to your chest, idiot. Fuck you. Like, I wouldn't actually.
I feel like I do that, though. I think I'm an asshole because, like, in my date, like, I feel like this is very close to actually me. I try to be a little more entertaining, obviously. I try to, like, kind of stay high energy, and I try to, like, make jokes and little quips when I can here and there. And maybe I wouldn't try to be on, as it were, all the time when it's really me. But if anything, I sort of censor myself quite a bit, try not to say anything too awful on the show. I feel like you're getting more of a PG-13 version of me than real life, I think.
You say some crazy stuff sometimes. But
I say some horrible shit in real life. Yeah. But I mean, in real life, I say some pretty weird stuff here occasionally, but that's because I usually believe it or it's funny.
I feel like in real life, I'm somewhere in between, like, the video commentary version of me and the PKA version of me. I'm like, the video commentary is so thought out, and oftentimes I don't use a single curse word, or I'll even say, like, 1950s.
Shucks.
Yeah, shucks.
You do, yeah, and those shucks, like, I feel like some people might hear you say shucks and all that stuff and take that as, like, you being fake. That's how Woody curses in his regular day-to-day life. He is saying shucks, and what's the other one? I don't know what the other one besides shucks is, but you've got a couple of, like, fake curse words that
Dag
you'll
nabbit.
drop. Yeah, like in one breath you'll be like fucking motherfuckers, like standing in line at the Sizzler, but then later on you'll like bang your toe and be like sharks. Ah, just like that add up.
No,
Like,
fiddlesticks.
yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
Yeah, gosh darn it is a thing I say. Bee's knees
Dude.
has been somehow crept into my vocabulary.
That's a pretty
recently.
British phrase.
The bee's knees. My father
Yeah.
used to say it.
It's the bee's knees. It's like the greatest thing. It's
Yeah.
it's something positive.
Yeah, right. That's crept into my like, I don't know. I've been looking at I'm shopping for this and that, and I'm like, ooh, oh, that would be the bee's knees. And
That Finnish mower is the
it was a Finnish mower.
we know what you're looking at. Like I know you're not looking at. It's not like some hot Asian chick on the internet. Oh, she is the bees. No, it's a Finnish mower.
It's
That's
a
what you're
lawnmower.
looking at.
Yeah. It's a
that
lawnmower. I'm a destroyer of blades of grass.
I've been joking about that for a while. I think it's hilarious that it's like you're fighting a war against your lawn, and you've been winning for forever. The lawn doesn't stand a chance. They're just getting mowed down literally.
I call
left,
us
right.
like Hope Colin and I. We are the Movengers, and I assemble them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, get each
Don't
of
ever
those
say that
lawnmowers
in front
painted.
of your children's friends.
Paint those lawnmowers Avenger themes. Come on, get a Hulk, get an Iron Man. Like that would be cool if you had the Avenger. It's literally Woody and his kids. Each of them has their own mower. He just upgraded mowers, at least a new mower and a new.
No, we haven't got a new mower. We just upgraded the tractor, and I'm still shopping for Colin's upgrade.
Yeah. Okay. So you got a new attachment for your tractor
Right.
to mow with, and you're still shopping for an even bigger mower for Colin, and he's already got like a full size riding lawnmower.
He's a riding lawnmower, yeah. So, but he could step
He
up
needs
his
more
game.
power.
He
I
does.
trying to text you the pictures of that antique tractor, but I don't think they went through.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, it's.
I
still
kind of
fucking-
decided I had him drive my tractor for a while so I was looking at tractors with Kyle, and he kind of brought me to reality and said like, hey, that's a real piece of farm machinery. You know Colin better than I do. It might be perfect for him, but if something goes wrong, it's horrific. Just make sure he's the right guy for that. And I thought about it and took it to heart, and we went out and we rode my tractor with me standing on it, whatever. And while nothing went wrong or anything, I just felt like he's not ready for his own tractor yet. We got to do something else, like a riding mower or zero turn or something like that.
Yeah, farm machinery is legit. It just needs to be something. In my head, it's something that if he were to like panic, like if bees were to start stinging him, like what if he runs over an underground like
Wasp
yellow
nest
jacket
or
nest?
something. Yeah.
They start stinging him. He's gonna panic. If he needs to be able to get off of the piece of machinery and run away, walk away, fall off, and still be okay.
Yeah. So I agree with that, and I think we're going to do something bigger but safer. Something where he's all wrapped in, and I'd like him to have
and
some sun protection too.
And anything that's got like, even if you had to rig it up yourself, where it's got a kill switch involved with the seat, like that might be a way to like put him up a grade in like lawn tractor.
His has that now, but his next one will too. Yeah. Typically the way they work, actually you need the parking brake on for it not to cut off. So you get up, it cuts off. Cuts off.
Yeah.
That's a southern thing.
Well, continue your war against the lawn. I mean,
It doesn't stand a chance.
it doesn't stand a chance.
This idea of Marvel themed paint jobs is interesting to me.
I bet, dude. All you need is some stencils and stuff, and make it happen.
This is a smart thought. Video concepts on our way.
And you all get costumes on.
Dude, and I mentioned it to Hope, and she even was able to strike the pose that like Scarlett Johansson hits and everything. She's like, "Oh, so I'm the girl. Does that mean I have to do this?" And I was like, "I never even noticed." And she's like, "Yes, every girl has to like stick her butt out and like simultaneously show butt and boobs in the same shot." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess you are obligated." So
Mow My Ride coming soon to Woody's Game Tag channel, I guess. New series where you pimp up your lawnmowers and
it
ride
sounds
We could make it
boring.
like an action movie where like you could take those explosives you've got and put them in like little baggies, and every time you ran over one, they would explode when the lawnmower blades hit them.
Yeah,
But
like
they'd
the
be
cool
little-
guys don't look at explosions kind of thing, where they're driving the lawnmowers towards the camera and all these massive explosions are going off.
No,
in the
it's
background.
like his lawnmower is so powerful, it's blowing the grass up. like he's riding and it's, and you see it like mowing the grass is just flat, mulch to shit, and he's like, "Let's step it up a notch, ka-chunk."
So-
and it's just boom, 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 boom.
Are you
And it's just
familiar
leaving
with the
black
ROPS
craters.
thing, that rollover protection system? Right?
Yeah.
It's like a big roll bar. That needs to be some sort of gigantic catapult that will just launch like cannonballs or explode, like I don't know, something they'd use to siege a castle. Flaming balls of tar or something like
Well,
that.
good to remember that it is grass, so it's not. You don't need that so much.
You know what I've always wanted to do, and I don't know if there's any way to make this some sort of PKA thing or not, but it's just something I've always wanted to do is build a trebuchet or a catapult, like a big one, like one that could throw legit rocks, like could throw 500-pound stones or something.
could
I don't know,
start
maybe
with
with
that-
a brand new
pumpkins.
wood shop, that would be pretty feasible, right?
Yeah. Do you know anything about
I think-
trebuchets?
Huh? Do I know anything about trebuchets?
I know this. I'm an engineer and I can build anything.
Well, I understand how a trebuchet works, and I think the easiest way to do one would be to make the counterweight water, so that you can just you form the
Adjust it.
container that is the counterweight, and then you pump the water in rather than moving a big heavy counterweight into position. So I think a water counterweighted French trebuchet would be the way to go for like. But I think you'd need to be an engineer to make it, because I think it's a lot more complicated than a catapult that's using coiled rope or springs or something like
I
that.
think we just flat out copy a design. Gram
Oh,
by gram.
totally. We're not design. We're not going to. Yeah,
Get a design
that.
team on board to
But
Yeah.
reinvent
But, you know,
the
there's
wheel.
Some other engineer invented it. We just copy it. That's what the great ones
Yeah,
do.
I always thought that'd be cool though. Just I don't know, throw rocks at a giant brick wall or at a house or at a car. A car would be fun, right? Especially if the car was rigged to explode if struck with the rock. Wouldn't be that hard.
That does sound like fun.
But I think I've always thought they'd be really expensive with the lumber.
I don't know.
don't know.
You could probably find some like old tobacco barn that's torn down.
I feel like it needs to be good lumber. 'Cause
Have you
some of
ever
those-
Craigslist searched a trebuchet? Do you not think that's something that
No.
someone else might have that you could pick
I
up?
feel like you build one. I feel like the people who build trebuchets are literally like I don't know universities who are doing like they have a class doing a project or something and they've got funding to do that, or like there are competitions where people like do that sort of thing. And I don't think anyone's in the market to build and sell trebuchets.
No, trebuchet.com, marketplace for trebuchets.
No, but I've always thought that'd be cool. Build build.
Wow. Here's a trebuchet in Cincinnati. Post deleted by author.
Trebuchetsales.org.
Holy smokes! Here we are. This one's in
Is that
Minnesota.
actually a site? Here we go. Craigslist always delivers.
Oh yeah, see, this is bitch mode. Like I'm literally
That's-
thinking
this looks
5
pretty-
times bigger than this.
That's pretty
Like, this
robust, though, this thing.
Oh no! Like the thing let me show you what I'm imagining here. Like I'm talking about something out of like Lord of the Rings. Like yeah, like why not? Let's build a legit one.
I just built this Merlin trebuchet catapult a year ago for a school competition, which won us first place for firing across the entire baseball outfield at 50% weight capacity.
Lame.
We spent well over $300 in countless hours.
$300. That's a not a bad budget.
Carrie. Holy shit! This thing is like a 10-minute drive from me.
There,
Oh, you know
look
it's
at
going to be
that.
done.
Wow, you'd be a fool to pass it up.
All right. Look at this. Like I'm talking about like that big.
Is that what you're talking? That's
Kyle, that's like 100 feet tall. You
All right.
can't have.
I can't tell how big it is at all. There's nothing
Woody
there to
shop,
scale.
Woody shop would have to be the size of like a warehouse to be able to build that thing.
You can't.
Them things are
no.
massive. That
I
has a
don't know
ladder
if I-
going up to it.
Yeah,
the
it's a
ladder?
fucking siege machine. Like, yeah, look at the actual building materials though. It's not that much. It's really big timbers, but
Yeah.
there aren't that many of them.
Where's
it's
the
fairly
ladder? I
simple.
see nothing that gives me any concept of scale.
If you look at the first picture of the image search from Wikipedia, there's people next to them and there's a big ladder, and that gives you an idea of scale.
Oh, but it didn't open. It's the second one that he wants you to see.
I was looking. I went back and looked at all of the images.
I see. Yeah, the first one
I want
does
one
have
of these
a ladder.
really big fucking trebuchets. Not one of these that like three guys like throw together in a shop. And, like that's ridiculous.
No,
So what
Kyle,
are we
I
gonna
can
lob?
picture you wanting to
I gotta-
start this, and it's just gonna end up looking like this.
No. See, that's so lame. That's super lame.
These are
I don't
children.
yeah, dude. When I was a kid, we never mind. Look, I've got a cannon that'll shoot a bowling ball out of sight. So if we're gonna
I
build
know.
a siege machine, I wanted to be able to fling a bowling ball like through a fucking car or like over a mountain or something. Like I want a legit trebuchet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying fund it for me. I'm not saying I'll build it. But if I'm gonna build one, it would have to be a legit one. I wouldn't want one of those bitch-made
No
trebuchets.
half measures. You've got to go all out.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like if that smaller one, I feel like I could shoot it and do stuff with it. That bigger one, it would land on someone else's property. It would have to be in your dad's farm or something.
It would overshoot that. We'd have to go somewhere special.
It's 100
Eat your friend's
acres.
18,000 acre plot of land.
It's
and
100
it's-
acres, but that's only 2,000 feet in one direction the way it's plotted. I mean, well, I guess you could go at its best. I mean, I can almost shoot my bowling ball off that property if at its maximum. At a lot of angles, I can. But even if I go to the very far end of one side and shoot to the very far end of the other, I'm almost overshooting the property with the bowling ball mortar.
Yeah, then you shouldn't build a trebuchet that can fire something further than you even have use for.
Well, I figured if we could angle it, I could shoot into a tree line without like shooting over the tree line and taking out a water tower or something.
You're gonna shoot it the first time if you ever do make this, and you're gonna be like, all right, I think I can hit it like right at the bottom of that tree line, and it's gonna launch and be like comical. It goes like
I've done
6,000
so-
feet.
What's over that
Dude,
way?
that's happened so many
Nashville's
times.
over there.
Oh, that's Atlanta. Like
That has literally happened to me so many times. Like so many times where like something awful like that has went down. I mean, the bowling ball mortar, of course, every now and then will just. We don't know where it goes.
I won't tell the story, but yeah, it was like, well, I guess we'll find out in the news if they landed
Yeah.
someplace bad.
Yeah. Well, like I was shooting a gun one time, and the guy went through the whole spiel on how to operate it, and I knew how to operate it. But what he didn't say is, hold on to this wheel right here, or it'll start, or the barrel will rise with each consecutive shot. Like nobody told me to hold on to the wheel, so the barrel rose on each consecutive shot, and we shot some shells about 7 miles that way. And I was just like,
7
what the fuck was that? I was like, what's going on? I was like, what's over that way? He's like, don't worry, there's nothing over there. And I was like, well, how far does that bullet go? He's like, 7, 8 miles, something like that. And then we go over there and like we see the first one and it's like blowing a huge hole in the ground. And then the other one is like blown a tree in half. And then you see up high, the top of a tree is like blown out. And it's like, where'd the fourth bullet go, man? Where'd the fourth bullet go? And he's like, that way. And it's like, just watch. We'll have hit like some sort of purebred, like $500,000 horse. Because he was like, I think they keep horses over there. Yeah, about 8 miles that way, there's a horse farm. They got all these racing horses. And he was just winding me up, of course. But in my head, I'm like, we're going to hit the fucking Kentucky Derby winner or something. And that son of a bitch is just going to explode.
Oh, God.